Distinguished guests, welcome to the inauguration of the Memorial to the Victims of Communism, Canada, a Land of Refuge. We would like to begin by acknowledging that the ceremony is taking place on the traditional unceded territory of the Algonquin Anishinaabe Nation, who have inhabited this land since time immemorial. My name is Julie Descoteaux, and I am a Senior Manager with the Major Events, Commemoration, and State Ceremonial Sector at Canadian Heritage. I will be your Master of Ceremonies for today's event. Distingués invités, bienvenue à l'inauguration du Monument aux Victimes du Communisme. Le Canada, une terre d'accueil. Avant de débuter, j'aimerais reconnaître que nous sommes sur le territoire traditionnel non cédé de la nation algonquine Anishinaabe, présente en ces lieux depuis des temps immémoriaux. Je m'appelle Julie Descoteaux et je suis gestionnaire principale au sein du secteur des événements majeurs, commémorations et cérémoniales d'État au ministère du Patrimoine canadien. Je serai votre maître de cérémonie pour cet événement. Le monument aux victimes du communisme, le Canada, une terre d'accueil, souligne le rôle qu'a joué le Canada sur la scène internationale en tant que terre d'accueil auprès des personnes fuyant l'injustice et la persécution. Il rend hommage aux millions de personnes qui ont souffert sous le régime communiste. The Memorial to the Victims of Communism, Canada, a Land of Refuge, recognizes Canada's international role as a place of refuge for people fleeing injustice and persecution. It honors the millions who suffered under communist regimes. I would now like to introduce traditional Algonquin knowledge keeper Fred McGregor of the Kitigan-Zibi Anishinaabe First Nation, who will deliver a blessing for the site of today's event. J'aimerais maintenant présenter Fred McGregor, gardien du savoir traditionnel algonquin de la nation Anishinaabe de Kitigan-Zibi, qui prononcera une bénédiction sur le site de notre événement d'aujourd'hui.
I was going to say good morning, everyone. It's one of the regular Canadian winters. I'm not sure what's happening with global warming. Every day is a surprise, and for all our visitors from around the world, this is Turtle Island, and this is what is known traditionally. And what's, I guess, apt when I look at the memorial, land of refuge, but not only from communism, and I think it's from around the world. And when I do work with children, we have an acknowledgement. And the acknowledgement is all inclusive, but it also includes individuals. Like here, for some of you from around the world that have come to take refuge in Canada, here in Turtle Island. As the Anishinaabe understanding, we still continue to do that, and we still continue to share, and we understand some of the things that you deal with in your part of the world, and some of the things that happen. And this is the sharing moment, and this is the acknowledgement for every one of you that's here. And this is very serious, and is also for a monument, like we've seen many here in Ottawa. This has been a meeting place for nations, original First Nations, but as it's come to be, and for those of you that are in Parliament and representative from various areas around the world, this is where we've always been meeting. This is we share, and this is where things are decided and things are invoked, etc. But there is always one thing in Canada. Canada has always been looked at as this land where it's safe. And it's still, I think it's still continued to look at that way. And it's important that we continue to do so, and that one of the biggest things that we are able to talk to each other. Even if we disagree, we're all human beings and we're all people of color here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you an acknowledgement. The organizer said I got 2 minutes, so my clock just about rang. So, but it's important because you know why? When I look here, the sage burns very well. There are times and instances where it doesn't. I try to light and it won't burn, or it burns so slow. When I started and lit, it burnt very well. So with the group of every one of you here, there is that kind of feeling. So I'm going to get everybody, I know you're sitting down on those cold seats. For those of you that can, your elders, you don't have to, but for those of you, you could stand a little bit so you get a little circulation, and I'll make it really quick. I'll take another 2 minutes. It goes like this. Kijevin the don away and goes tongues you get on Janongum. Tongues you get an ingine say and ingine statement. No way and goes tongues you get. King guys it again, ocean by the one done on the way and goes tongues you get. King guys it again. No way and goes to me get. Can't go high test known. The one done on ocean margets. King kai a toy and ocean. Ningi can done, the one done on King can done. Can't go high test on King ye can done. Nien went, come Shane can this in on, but no one done on Jay and long shak to be keys, and Kakanago Kayaton Oshima a king. The Mads win Kayaton Oshima a king. No way and good to me gretch. To me gretch cooking up Mads win Oshima and one done on a Nibi CB Saiganan. Metegok Kakanago Jay Mishki a Mashki Kakanago Jay Kakanagoch Pamadsvan, Kanisho Gadejik, Neo Gadejik, Muswajik, Madgajik. Nuenagoch to me gretch. No go. The mom do say, Menosham, eyeing Mekanokman, it take. Mom waiting, which be Madziong and a gone being called Bishawa, Joshamargach. Or be wap done walking the Zaktunan on Oshama, king a Nidakim Nui do quack. Na which kaway nani goes and the which be madziang. Hey now because Gidawi do quack, can become by way, I don't shimying Mekanak minute tick. We go to me get Gidanagaji, Gidawi do quack, Chimushkauzi watch, Kukechi watch, a gone being a Dakim watch, we do quack, which be madziang. Hey now because we don't call we don't call ocean markets can be which can on no it's to me you can have a seat or you can remain standing. I'll make it really quick. We thank the Creator for another day, for all that is created here today. We breathe, I breathe and you breathe another day, and we get to see. But we get, as everyone here, we see all that is created, and all of us here that are here from across the world and across the oceans, you come here for a refuge, or you come here for that peace of mind, to a respite, but also to see and to talk to each other on this area. And as friends, because you come here and you request like this opening, this is important. Even though we agree to disagree, we are all human beings and we're all of the colors here. And this is where, sort of like almost neutral ground, we come to discuss, because this is an old meeting place and it's still continued. And this is where we come to discuss things and say like it is and call it like it is sometimes. But this is what we do, and this is the Anishinaabe understanding, but this is what we continue to share with you. So hopefully we still can do that here on Ottawa and Anishinaabe lands and Turtle Island. And I wish every one of you the best of luck. This is the holidays, but also reminders for what this monument is for, and it's an important one. It's not only for communism, but it's for everything else that you have, that there is still a possibility of refuge, but all that is understood is that we can discuss and treat each other humanly. Miigwech.
Merci, Monsieur McGregor. Mr. Ivan Baker, Member of Parliament for Etobicoke Centre in Ontario, unfortunately is not able to attend the inauguration. MP Baker stands shoulder to shoulder with the community. Mr. Ludwik Klimkowski and his Tribute to Liberty team made it their mission to build this monument. And today it comes to life thanks to them. I invite Mr. Ludwik Klimkowski, Chair of Tribute to Liberty, to say a few words. J'invite Monsieur Ludwik Klimkowski, Président du groupe Hommage à la Liberté, à dire quelques mots.
Sorry, just for a second. Bonjour tout le monde. Je m'appelle Ludwik Klimkowski. I'm the chair of Tribute to Liberty. First of all, bonjour, Madame Deputy Minister Mondo. I don't know if she made it already or not, but welcome. Welcome, distinguished senators, members of parliament, excellencies, ambassadors, and representatives of diplomatic corps, distinguished community leaders, ladies and gentlemen, friends, mon amis. Today we gather here on December 12, 2024, on a momentous occasion of remembrance, reflection, and resolve. The unveiling of the Memorial to Victims of Communism, Canada, Land of Refuge, is not only the culmination of years of dedication and vision, but also a resounding testament to the values that defined us as a nation. This memorial stands as a solemn tribute to countless lives shattered by regimes rooted in oppression. It is a monument to the resilience of those who endured. It is the courage of those who resisted and the memory of those who've perished. It is also a beacon of hope and reminder of Canada's unwavering commitment to freedom, human dignity, and justice. Le dévoilement de ce mémorial sont un geste profond de solidarité. Il relie les générations, la culture, l'histoire. The unveiling of this memorial is a profound gesture of solidarity. It bridges generations, cultures, histories, uniting us in a shared commitment to enduring and the lessons that guide our past to the future. Let this monument inspire dialogue, education. Let it remind us that the freedoms that we enjoy today, hard-won, must be preserved. As we stand here today, all of us together, in front of the symbol of remembrance, let us reaffirm our pledge to uphold the principles of freedom, justice, and peace for all. Thank you for all of you who made it to Ottawa today. We, the Tribute to Liberty, are extremely grateful for your presence today. And if you permit me, I will do today what I have not done over the last 12 years of my leadership of our organization, and frankly, none of our friends of Tribute to Liberty have done this over the last 17 years of this project. Friends, if you permit me, I'd like to show the appreciation, and I hope that you will join me in that, to the dedicated members of the Tribute to Liberty Board, whose vision, tireless work have brought this project to fruition, and we extend thanks to our colleagues who are sitting here in front of us today. Your determination to honor the victims of communism, to preserve the stories of those victims for the future generations has been nothing short of inspiring. And if you can, and it's a cold day, so I think you will enjoy a little bit of clapping, please indulge me and recognize everyone that I'm going to read out. And my friends, please don't be shy, stand up. I'm going to name them in the alphabetical order. Mrs. Teresa Berezowski. Christine Dang, Alida Forsmanis, Ivan Grbesik, Paul Grud, who is absent today, he's fundraising for arms for Ukraine as always. In our hearts, Marcus Hess, who's looking at us from heavens. Mr. Byung-Jil's son, Ron Seo, from Vancouver, who's resting in Vancouver. And if you permit me, to my own family for support and basically unwavering help with my humble involvement in this project. We also wish to express profound gratitude to our major donors, who in moments when it was needed most, answered the call with extraordinary generosity. Your contributions have ensured that this memorial stands as a lasting testament to hope, freedom, and it's a triumph of human spirit. Without your support, this vision could not have been realized. My friends, the number one thanks go to the people of Hungary, especially survivors of 1956 Budapest uprising, and the ambassador Maria Vas Salazar, if she's, please Maria, thank you. To James, Ludmila, and Luis Temetri for the spark when it was needed, desperately needed the most. To Senator Linda Fram and her husband Howard Sokolowski for tremendous support from the Canadian Jewish community. To Ian Ignatowicz and Marta Ritter, to Dolores Huculak and her late husband Erast Huculak, to the family of Jerry and Denise Tmei, to John Merens, to people of Latvia, Estonia, Croatia, Czech Republic, especially to people of Georgia who are fighting even today for the ultimate freedom, and then people to Taiwan. Sincere thanks go to all of the ethnic and social groups, and especially the Croatian Catholic parishes and communities in Canada, to the Latvian Relief Society of Canada, and with our utmost admiration to the Korean War veterans of Canada. Mr. William Bill Black is with us today. Thank you, the veterans. To Polish Fraternal Aid Society of St. John Cassinius, and last but not least, to our friends at the Ukrainian Canadian Congress, and my heartfelt personal thanks to my Polish community and Canadian Polish Congress represented here, but one of the founding members, Władysław Lizoń, and the president, Dominik Roszak. Nous vous remercions pour votre engagement émotionnel and votre conseil constant dans moments difficiles. Today, this memorial is a reality because of shared passion and commitment of everyone involved. And a tribute to Liberty, the donors, every single supporter of this project of ours, we thank you so much for shaping the legacy that will endure the generations. And in my closing remarks, closing statements, if you permit me, I'd like to share something quite unique. And please join me if you can. Who among you knows what this is? Just raise your hand. Right. This is the landing immigrant record, and it's more than a document. It is a symbol of hope, resilience. It is the symbol of boundless possibilities and a new beginning. It represents the moment when dreams of freedom, safety, and opportunity become a tangible reality for those who endured unthinkable. For the prisoner in North Korea and its concentration camp, it's a promise of liberation. For the family crowded on a small boat fleeing Vietnam, it's the beacon of safety across the turbulent waters. For the students who risk their own lives in aftermath of Tiananmen Square massacre, it is a sanctuary and a place where their voices can be heard. For the imprisoned activists of the Budapest uprising, brave individuals of solidarity movement, it's the hope after the darkness and oppression. By the way, tomorrow is the 43rd anniversary of the martial law imposed in Poland. And lastly, in the hands of those courageous individuals, the acceptance letter becomes more than just a paper. It is a bridge to a new home, a place where empty suitcases can be filled with dreams, where families can rebuild their lives, and where the fear of yesterday, it is replaced by the joy of tomorrow. This letter, and that one belongs to my own child, symbolizes Canada, land of the free, a nation that opens its arms to those seeking refuge, offering not only a place to live, but dignity, security, and opportunity to thrive. It reminds us of profound responsibility that all of you bear to protect and nurture those facts. On behalf of Tribute to Liberty, let me once again repeat, Canada, we love you. And we thank you for permitting us to make this small, tiny mark on your history. Friends, we hope to see you again later in 2025 to tell you all about the journey of those who are meant to be on the side of this wall of remembrance. And if you don't hear them today, you will hear them at that point. Until then, à la prochaine and Merry Christmas.
Thank you, Mr. Klimkowski. Monsieur Paul Raff de l'équipe de conception et de design du monument nous adressera maintenant la parole. I now welcome Mr. Paul Raff of the Monument Design Team to say a few words.
Thank you. My colleagues and I were deeply honored to be selected and tasked with shaping this important national memorial. We call it the Arc of Memory. It faces due north, and it orients us in time as well as space. Each one of its 365 vertical fins demarks one day of the year, from east to west, from the peak of summer to the middle of winter, and back through spring to summer solstice again. And on each of those days of the year, every hour from sunrise to sunset is made visible as an azimuth. That is, the unique angle of the sun at each of those respective moments in time. In this way, the Arc of Memory is a three-dimensional calendar, and it lets us locate moments from other times and other places, moments of historical importance, moments of real cultural and personal significance found in this place, in this moment, here and now. From a distance, it's unusual. Its highly original form is open and receptive. As a visual sculpture, it uses the artistic strategy of passive kinetics, meaning that although it does not move, motion is integral to its being. Its sweeping arrays, its rhythmic dynamics engage us in a direct and experiential way. As we move around it, its form seems to shift and unfold. As a memorial, it invites you to walk your own path and reflect freely. The Arc of Memory evokes our universal humanity under the arc of the sun and speaks to our global journeys through the arc of history. It is a testament to the value of our liberty and the value of all of our lives, past, present, and future.
My dear friends, obviously, on a day like today, you need to stay focused and you need to deliver the message the way that it should be delivered. And I screwed up. Our dear friend, Mr. Robert May, is one of the key directors of Tribute to Liberty that I forgot to mention in my speech. Give him the warmest thank you, and my sincere apologies.
Merci, Monsieur Raff. Alors, j'invite Monsieur Klimkowski et Monsieur Raff à couper le ruban. Distinguished guests, this concludes the portion of our ceremony on the site of the memorial itself. I would now like to invite you all to make your way to the Sir John A. Macdonald building to continue our ceremony indoors. Shuttles are available for guests with accessibility needs. Thank you for coming. Distingués invités, ceci conclut la portion de notre cérémonie ayant lieu au site du monument. J'aimerais maintenant vous inviter à vous rendre à l'édifice Sir John A. Macdonald pour la suite de notre cérémonie à l'intérieur. Des navettes sont disponibles pour les invités avec des besoins d'accessibilité. Merci d'avoir été des nôtres. We now also invite guests to come forward to lay their flowers. Alors, j'inviterai maintenant les gens à venir déposer leurs fleurs. Merci.